Hey, fellow Restopians, welcome back to Restopia. Long time no see. I've just done a short. I am really proud of my shorts, so do check them out. Are they down there? Are they? Maybe they're up there. They're up there. Check out my shorts because I'm really proud of them. It gives you some indication of my musical preferences. I think they work really well. I'm particularly proud of the last one that I've just done. So, had a delivery today. Invicta for the few who know best. Yeah, I do. I need to kind of get some middle ground between Invicta and Rolex. But bear with me because this is Invicta Hydromax. So, I have on my wrist my Invicta Hydromax Quartz, which I love. That got me into the Hydromax. Let's take it off because it's a big. This is size to my wrist. I did a short. I don't know if I've talked about it. I do have a guilty pleasure for Invictas, but my guilty pleasure means that I actually buy them. So I actually, give my card details, tip tap tap, put it in online, and then some money comes out of my account, and then an Invicta turns up. So that's how I rock with my guilty pleasures. And yeah, I liked it. I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to buy the biggest Invicta I can. And I saw this. It was under £100. Quartz. I mean, look at it. Oh, it's a bit Yachtmaster-ish with that bezel, the bezel. Lovely chode crown. I didn't realise it'd have this clasp, which I've done. Again, I'm not going to go on about that, but have a look at my shorts if you want to see how this clasp works. It's quite funny that Invicta do stuff that other brands just don't do. Invincible in the detail, as they say. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Grand Seiko could learn a lot. But yeah, so that was that. And then I was looking on the Invicta site, and this arrived today. Ding dong, FedEx. Ding dong. Now, FedEx are funny because they say they give you about 6 different arrival dates. So 1 minute it's coming, I don't know, it's coming on the 6th, and then it's going to be delayed from the 6th. And it's the 2nd today. So and then it arrives 4 days early without notification. So FedEx are funny, but you get a kind of all the different delivery guys, so FedEx, UPS, DHL, DPD, Royal Mail. You kind of get a view for how they work, and FedEx are just funny. When they send you a notification, just don't believe it. It's cuckoo land. It's a complete fairy tale. And then it just arrives when it arrives, but it does arrive. So I've got a bit of a weird camera setup here because I can't be bothered to get the proper camera out. I've actually got my iPhone attached to a watch stand on a watch box, and it's being held on by a Blancpain Time Swatch 50 fathoms Atlantic. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange thing going on today. But I haven't done a video in a while, so I did the short, and now I thought I'd do a proper review comparing these two bad boys. So yeah, these would be. I might double wrist with these later. I'm not good. They're very big, 52 mil, I think. They're very heavy. They are basically, the reason I've got 2, I'll be honest, they're paperweights. They're basically just things to have on the desk because they do look incredibly cool and funny, I think, on the desk. But yeah, I'll wear them. So, but you might be I'm a genuine Invicta fan, but you might be a super genuine Invicta fan. And I am not knocking your love of Invicta. But these are the bad boys. These are the big bad boys. So just to give you some, I'll tell you the reason I bought this. So I bought this because it was big and bad, bad, thick and ugly quartz, under £100. And if you're going to go, what's the saying? Go big or go home. Go large. There's something about that. Anyway, so I got the biggest Invicta I could get and absolutely loved it. And then I saw this on the website and it was on offer, as they always are. But it was out of stock. But then I waited for it to come back on offer, and it did. And I thought, I'm having that. I tell you, so basically the differences are, this is quartz. So both Hydromaxes, this is quartz with the closed case back. This is automatic with the open case back. I'll come onto that in a moment, actually, that yellow, the yellow non-rotor. So this is, so as I say, not only is this automatic, but it's a GMT. I haven't set it yet, but so it's obviously got this one has the 12-hour rehaul, which looks bigger than most roulette wheels in Las Vegas. Whereas this one has proudly says it's a GMT rehaul with the GMT markings to use that lovely red GMT hand to tell you where you are. So basically, you're an international traveller, and you need to know the time in. You need to know the time in a second time zone, and you also need to be able to, beat some people up. This is not light. I can't remember what the weight is, but yeah, my hand is hurting holding it. But yeah, lovely thing. So differences: Quartz, automatic, freehand, GMT. Now the other difference is obviously it's got a silver bezel rather than the black one, which I'm guessing would scratch and look really bad. But with the silver bezel, you can scratch it and it won't matter. Other than that, dimensions, crystal fusion, flame fusion crystal, pretty similar. Now let's turn that around the correct way. So differences, apart from being an automatic and a GMT, it's a reserve. It's an Invicta reserve. Now this wasn't actually too much more expensive than this, so this is definitely the one to go for me. But I do like both of them. So you've got the Invicta reserve. You've got the standard Invicta logo on the crown there. And you've got the Invicta Reserve logo on the crown here, which I actually think is a pretty cool logo, to be fair. It is. I actually genuinely like it. And I know it's that rotated. Oh, because it's not. Is it screwed down? Is it screwed down? Yeah. They're both screw down crowns. I just hadn't screwed that back in. And then obviously you've got the Invicta Reserve on the dial there, above the pinion. I haven't looked up what that guy's name is yet, that little evil face. So you don't have the Invicta wings on this Invicta anywhere, whereas on this one you have it above the pinion, below the devil face man. You don't have it on the balance, the counterweight of the second hand, but on the automatic, we don't really need it on a Quartz, do you? On the automatic, you've also got that reserve logo on the counterweight of the second hand, which again, I think it reminds me of a bit like an R-Type. It reminds me of a car logo. It's like Zorro. So it's like, where's my hand? It's like Zorro, car. I think it's really cool. So they're the basic differences. Oh gosh, and it's got, I'm guessing that's a helium escape valve. I don't know how well that works. And again, it's emblazoned with the reserve logo. So you are getting a lot for your money with this piece. I'm sounding like a QVZ presenter now, aren't I? You're getting a lot for your money with this piece. Massive amount of water resistance, 1,000 meters as well, because it's the Hydromax, obviously. So massively water resistant. But look at that. I mean, I love blue and silver. Blue silver with a dash of red. I'm not going to say a pop of red. It's a dash of red. On the GMT hand, I think this is a thing of beauty. I think if you like Invictas, this is. I couldn't resist this. It is. I just had to have one. I had to bide my time waiting for the price to come back down. That dial, it's an absolutely gorgeous blue. It is an absolutely gorgeous texture. I love the white indices. It's got a Mercedes. Our hand does the Quartz version. Yeah, it's like the R-Type. It's an Invicta R-Type. R-Type being the Honda car. Also, you've got the 80s video game. which was equally cool. So trilogy. You got the R-Type 80s video game, which was super cool, and then you've got the R-Type Honda Civic, which was really cool, and then you've got the I'm going to name this the R-Type. I'm going to give it a nickname. It's the R-Type. It's the R-Type Hydro. The Hydromax R-Type. There's one other thing I haven't mentioned, but I'll just talk a little bit more about that dial, because that is an absolutely stunning dial. All joking aside, that dial would look good on a lot of watches. I know you get a lot of watches that talk about the dial, like Seikos and Grand Seikos and this, that and the other. But that is an absolutely stunning dial, framed by the deepest rehaut in the history of mankind. But yeah, it's just really cool. It's really cool that it's a GMT rehaut versus the Quartz 12-hour rehaut. Now, the other thing that's unique to this, again, Invicta, they surprise every Invicta that I get. They surprise me. Well, not everyone, but the latest 3 that I've got, they surprise me. It might have a really cool crown that I didn't know about. Again, look at my shorts. I didn't know it had the cool crown. I didn't know that this one had the cool clasp. And this is a new one for me. So my last Invicta, which I don't have here before this one, speaking of last Invictas, this is my last Invicta, trust me. But yeah, it was the first one. It's the first automatic that did not have a yellow rotor. And having or not having a yellow rotor is a bit of a deal for Invicta fans. And this one has something I've not seen before. Let's unleash the clasp to give it a bit more visuality. So this doesn't have a yellow rotor. I'm laughing now. It has, if you can see it there, it has a silver rotor spinning around. I think it's difficult to film and look at it at the same time. So it's unidirectional rotor. I'm guessing this is a Seiko movement in it. I don't know. But what they've done, which is classic Invicta, is they've just put some yellow stickers on the. Let's take this off. So you've got the case back sticker, which isn't, but inside the exhibition case back, they've basically just put some yellow stickers. Oh God, you gotta love Invicta. So they've got rid of the yellow rotor, but they've then they've saved some money by not having a yellow rotor. And then they've spent a bit of extra money by putting some yellow stickers on there. Now, I'm going to call that ingenious. I'm going to say I love this brand even more for that level of ingeniousness. And it's funny that they didn't just put it on one side. They just put it on both sides to kind of just yellow out. There must have been a design consultation there. Why couldn't they just make the rotor yellow? Oh, I don't know. Let's put a yellow sticker on, and someone said no, let's put 2. I mean, they almost might have made the whole case back, the whole exhibition case back yellow. Really, might have just covered it in a yellow sticker. But I think that is ingenious. I haven't read the text. It's automatic GMT, blah 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 blah, made in Malaysia or assembled in Malaysia. But yeah, I think this is stunning. I absolutely love this piece. I'm very glad that I've got it. I'm big into the I mean, this is so, this is kind of I'm going to title it a versus video, for what you get for the money. So this was just under £100, and this was what was it? I didn't get it for as cheap as I could have got it. But it was just over £100, let's say. By the time you it's in euros because it's Invicta EU. But I think the cheapest that I saw this, I did go in a bit heavy, but I didn't go in at like full discount. I didn't go. I'm pretty sure you could almost get this for under £100 or just really slightly over. I paid about 120 or something for it. But yeah, still significantly better value than. See, this is what I do for the channel. So please like and subscribe, because I've spent 20 quid more on this Invicta than I needed to for you, baby. But yeah, significantly better value. It's a better colour. It's just got so much going on for it. You know, can you imagine buying a Honda Civic for like 10 grand and then getting the Type R for 12 grand? I mean, you'd definitely go for the Type R, wouldn't you? But yeah, I think that's the video's dragged on. I hopefully haven't waffled, just giving you some cool information. But yeah, I think this is the one to get. I probably will look at the reserve Invictas more, but I don't think I'm going to buy another one. I think, you know, I have the models that I like. Maybe if they made a, what's it called? Not a Pro Diver, the other one. If they made, I can't think what it's called. The one that I used to like, the one that's a bit smaller than this. So you've got Pro Diver, then you've got the next one up, and then you've got Hydromax. I can't think what it's called. If they made a reserve version of that, I don't know. They're always going to make something that might tempt me, but I think I'm pretty much done now. But yeah, if you want a big watch to, you know, bash people with, or a couple of paper, these are paperweights for me. They absolutely. It's a shame that I can't rotate that dial so that the 12 is at the 3 o'clock, and it could just sit on there, and it's basically like a wall clock. Let's get my mundane, my flashy mundane. There we go. You know, it's basically, you know, it's not too much difference there. So yeah, it's a bit dusty, the old mundane, but yeah, I love it, absolutely love it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully, if you are considering a Hydromax, it's been helpful. But for now, I haven't got a watch on my wrist, but one wrist, live it.